Yo, so I just felt the need to make this video. It's been on my heart. Just got back home from the gym. It's like 8 o'clock. And man, the things that I've learned like the past month or so, super huge. I'm gonna keep this video. I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just purely speaking from the heart. But a huge thing that I realized like over the past month or two is that everything like life that's going on, like your life basically, right? Like it's a reflection of your internal state. So whatever is going on in your life, whether it's chaos, right? If it's peace, if you're abundant, right? If you're getting a plethora of opportunities or, you're like super rich or super poor, that's all a reflection of your internal state and your consciousness, right? So your internal manifests your external. So in order for you to change your external, right, you have to change your internal. You have to change your consciousness. So before you can be wealthy, you have to have consciousness of being wealthy, right? Or if your outside is poor, right? Like if your external world is, poor and, you like, why is everything happening to me? Things like that. Like you probably have a poor consciousness. And I know it sucks to hear. I know it's hard to hear that. But the thing is you have to take extreme ownership over everything that happens in your life. Obviously, there's some things that are out of your control. But for like 95% of the time, you do have to take extreme ownership. And I find that in doing that, like you literally have control over what happens to your life, in your life, right? So I'm sweating. But basically, like, it's just so crazy because like happens from you, right? Reality happens from you and not to you. And if you're the type of person who always thinks like, oh, why is this happening to me? Or, why does life suck? Why is life hard? Things like that. It's because you're making it hard. I know that's hard to hear, but it's just the reality. It's just the truth, right? And one thing that I do want to ask you, if you are thinking that way, is like, okay, like you're saying all this stuff, but what are you doing to change it, right? Are you just going to accept that life is hard, life is chaotic, and, bad things are meant for you, you're cursed, right? Are you just going to accept that, or are you going to do something to change it, right? Get out of that cycle, right? There's a reason why families and they think that they're cursed, but it's just their mindset. It's just a genetic trait that happens and that's passed down to people. And you can break that shit, right? By just by changing your internal state, right? And by seeking help, right? One thing that I do want to say as well, because I don't want to make this video too long, is that you have all the answers within inside yourself, right? And I'm reading this book, Letting Go by David Hawkins. So good. Reading that, and also the Neville Collection by all right, I just got a call, so I guess that's the one edit that is gonna happen in this video. But basically what I was talking about was reading the book. I'm reading the book, two books right now, Letting Go and Neville Collection, right? And the biggest thing that I'm realizing between like everything, like in the space, like when it comes to like internal growth, self-mastery, personal development, they all say the same shit. And that same shit is everything comes from inside yourself, like your internal state, right? I don't know if you guys have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon, right? Not the blue people, but if you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend watching that. Like even just watching that as a kid, as a kid, you think it's all fun and games. It's cool, right? But like when you watch it when you're older, like things just start to click. Like there's so many hidden gems in that show. It's not even funny, especially since that's more of like a, he's a monk, right? It's like a Hindu, he's like Hindu, like Buddhist, right? And they drop so many gems of how like you have to master your internal state, and you are just awareness, right? You're not your thoughts, you're not your feelings, you're just awareness, you're just consciousness, right? That's all we all are. We're all connected. Separation is an illusion. So once you can understand that, like reality has no choice but to bend down to what you want, right? What you desire. And last thing before I do have to hop in the shower and get ready and start hitting some dials and stuff. But I do want to say that in order to change your reality, again, like you have to change your spiritual state and your mental state, right? Your reality is an effect of your spiritual and your mental state, which is the cause, right? You can't change an effect with an effect. I got this from Neural Knowledge, right? Shout out to him. That dude's a G. And what I mean by that is you can't change your reality like from doing stuff in reality. So for example, if you're the type of person who wants to go to the gym, right? And you're motivated, but you're not disciplined, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, right? Late night thoughts, and then boom, you set your alarm for 4:30, 5 o'clock, boom, reality hits you, it's like, oh shit, like I'm tired, I don't really wanna go. Now, if you're mentally and spiritually aligned with being that person who does wake up and go to the gym no matter what, it would feel less, you'll feel less resistance to actually wake up and go to the gym. Whereas now you're kind of like, oh shit, this is kind of hard, right? So another example is, you trying to make 10K a month, 20K a month, right? Like, yeah, putting in more work, like that's not always, that's good, but that's not always the solution, right? The solution is making sure that you're spiritually and mentally aligned with the person who can make 10 and 20K a month, right? Because working harder isn't always the solution. I mean, there's people out here. I remember I was getting my tire changed a couple years ago because my tire got flat when I was back working like in the 9 to 5, the Matrix, right? And I was having a conversation with a guy, and he's basically saying like, yeah, I work 14 hours a day. I'm like, damn, bro. And it was like 11 o'clock, like midnight. and he's just making the same amount of money, right? Like he's on salary. So however long you're working, like the hours do not dictate you being rich. It's a matter of like the type of inputs you're putting, you know, how much value you're bringing to the marketplace, but more importantly, are you aligned? Are you on that same frequency to be able to make 10 to 20K a month? So I just thought I'd say that, give you guys some advice. If this is helpful, let me know right down in the comment section down below. Thinking about doing more stuff like this. I do make videos like this, I just don't post it. It's just for me, so like kind of like a time capsule. So when I am like, you know, 30 or some shit, I'll come back and look on it and go from there. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed it, let me know right down in the comment section. If you have any questions, write it down or connect with me on Instagram. It's in the bio. And yeah, hope you have a good day.